The food stamp crisis in America is really bothering a lot of people. As you guys know, in October, everything is fine, but in November, they may be cutting food stamps or the SNAP program to many people across the country. And of course, who are affected is women.
Y'all need to get y'all's families together and have a big family meeting about how the holidays is canceled. Yeah, cancel all of this shit. Everything is canceled, okay? Don't go out there buying all of these gifts, all of these presents. Don't go out there buying all of this. Furthermore, you need to start cutting down on your spending and stop buying unnecessary stuff, okay? Because the only way we're going to affect these people is to hit their pockets. They don't give a damn about us, all right? They done suspended SNAP benefits for the month of November. They said, hey, states, we ain't got it. How you ain't got it? How you ain't got it? But you're sending money to other countries. You're sending money to other countries and you're funding their food, you're funding their health insurance. Meanwhile, the government is shut down about an argument about health insurance and about other things that Americans need. But you're sending my money to another country. Shut the down.
And we already have seen what's been happening across the United States, especially when it comes to women losing jobs in the government sector. And on Corey Holcomb's 5150 show, he talked about this specifically.
But we're talking about these people who work the system, which was a lot of women who talk shit about their life. Having a job working for the government was working the system. You want me to tell you how I can prove that? Because they took your job. See, if you are a seamstress, you can sew. If you are a hooker, if you're a hooker, you can sell your body, even if the government shuts down. The oldest profession. There are professions that the government simply cannot shut down. But all of you ladies who were bragging about your position in society, who are on the outside looking in now, you really need to step up and help the next generation and say, I bet on the system and lost.
Specifically asked the question, you women out there who were in the government jobs and it didn't work out this way, and you found out exactly what's going to happen to you or what has happened to you, will you tell the next generation what is to come? Then at a certain point in the conversation, Darlene started to talk about, the SNAP benefits and the kind of women that are getting pregnant and are on the system.
They don't go after them. They're staying on these government-assisted things.
What did you just say, Darlene?
You know why, though? No, yeah, I know a bunch of them. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying it. I actually see it. I know. I seriously know so many cases. Wait a second. And the reason they don't is because the dads are so-called players. They're out there. They don't have real jobs. They running in the streets.
And Corey Holcomb would respond to this.
People who have babies by gangbangers and street performers know that there's absolutely no money there. So instead, I will keep these government benefits. But now they're taking the government benefits. And I will say this. I really hate they're taking Section 8 away. Because a lot of the Section 8 heifers that I be with have a place to go when I'm done with them.
It's okay. Sorry. Okay.
If you take away their place to go, it's more pressure on me. Because I have to flat out tell them, listen,
No, yeah.
you can't stay here.
It's frozen.
No, your daughter cannot come up and pee. I don't want your child to know this place. I don't want you to know this place, but I use your only asset for a couple of dollars. That's all this is. If there's no Section 8, what are we going to do with these homeless women that are still clean enough to sleep with?
It sounds funny, like when he says it, and that it's not feasible, but what he's talking about actually makes sense. Now, as you guys know, I'm living in another country right now. This situation with women needing a lot of help is more prominent here, but we act like it's not prominent in the States, all right? Even with women who do have jobs, that there could be a very bad opportunity for women to not save their money, mismanage funds. And then imagine you're on SNAP and then, your food is not covered and then you're not savvy enough to save and you have kids and all that stuff. For a lot of the dudes out there, we're gonna be honest, when situations like this happen, women can become vulnerable, right? And if you're a dude and you like a lady and she has kids and you're doing well, we already know what could happen. And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Some dudes gonna be moving these chicks in their house. All right. Women are not ashamed to ask you for stuff, if they need it. All right. We're not saying that all of them, but yes, if it gets bad enough where there is no food out there, you will see certain women, not all women, obviously, because some women have families, some men got brothers and sisters and stuff like that, but some don't. And for a lot of men, they'll be having to say, no, you can't stay here, or yes, you can stay here. And that's going to mess it up. All right. And we don't really think about that. Those dudes who do deal with the down bad, right? And Corey Holcomb is a dude that says he specifically deals with the down bad. And I'm talking about chicks that are, not doing very well because he's not really looking for no relationships. I got a homeboy who literally says if he sees women financially struggling, needing help, he actually, it excites him. Okay, don't get me wrong. For some dudes, you may think that's an opportunity. Not everything that glitters is gold. When you deal with a chick that don't have her own money, that means you're paying for everything and consistently nickeling and diming your ass. It's a lot to think about. And imagine somebody nickel and diming you. Like I said, they kids in the house all day. They eating up all your stuff. You may have a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bathroom. You paying for food, taking care of women is not cheap at all. I mean, I'm in Uganda where it's way cheaper to take care of somebody here, but it's still a lot of money. I mean, just imagine, women's hair, nails, they like to look good. Women don't like to look bad. Feeding, they want to go out. You know what I'm saying? Movies, you think about the kids. That's it. I mean, man, taking care of people is something that's difficult, man. And certain dudes, if it get too bad, certain dudes gonna be in a position where they gotta say yeah. Because if you don't help her, you're not gonna clap anymore. And then at the same time, a lot of men are gonna feel like, listen, I'm doing the right thing. You know what I mean? This is like, I'm doing the right thing. I'm helping her. I feel good about this. A lot of men do feel good about doing things for women, taking care of women, especially if you're clapping and it's cool. It's a joy. A lot of men, like I said, we take pride in that, but at the same time, that can be a hassle, and if they losing their Section 8, if they losing their rent, if they losing that, what Corey Holcomb is arguing is that somebody got to pay for that. And a lot of dudes is dealing with women who are down bad. You see some chicks, you be at Burger King, you go out there, you go through the drive-thru, and I'm just gonna be real. If she bad enough, you're gonna talk to her. Almost all of us will talk to her, okay? We're gonna be real. You see somebody at the liquor store, you see somebody working, a job at the mall not getting paid. Yeah, a lot of brothers is gonna feel more confident in talking to somebody like that, okay? And because for men, it doesn't matter. We don't really care that, a woman is working at an entry-level job or not doing that good, but you don't think about it until she become your girl and she got bad spending habits, or she got a son and then let her lose her SNAP benefits. Somebody's gonna have to pay for that. All right. And if she is fine enough, you will pay for that. Somebody will pay for that. All right. I know dudes gonna be like, no, I ain't paying for nothing. Listen, you a damn lie. If she thick enough, you gonna find the money. I was talking to my homeboy the other day, right? It was this chick that's on Instagram. He don't know her personally, but we was just talking about it. And, it was another chick that wanted to come see him, but he was like, I don't know about her. I'm not really trying to deal with her all like that, right? But this other chick we was talking about, he was like, listen, if I had a chance to deal with her, I would fly her in right now. The what? Yes. He said he would fly her in right now. That just means that if a woman is fine enough, if she look good enough, you're gonna find that money for her. 100%. Okay? It's you need food, you need this, 100%. You're gonna feed that chick, you're gonna have that chick, living more of a decent life. It is what it is, man. And again, brothers gonna have to start, really worried about that, because like I said, if they lose their housing, if they lose whatever, and you really like clapping, and if that's like one of you got one or two chicks is clapping, you're probably gonna say yes. Some dudes gonna get on here and say you're not gonna say yes. I think those dudes is lying. I already do. Now if you Corey Holcomb, you got other opportunities, but every dude don't have opportunities like that. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.